Yo, what's up, everybody? Michael Govier in the house. For those of you that are coming over from Mason Dodd's Fantasy Flock baseball channel, welcome. New subscribers, glad to have you aboard. I usually do a video with Mason once a week. We recently had a kind of a break because he was busy, but I try to get over on his channel when I can and talk fantasy baseball anytime, anywhere. So thank you for coming over to our channel, the Palazzo Podcast channel. This is the home of the Hey, it's Enrico Palazzo Fantasy Baseball Podcast. For those of you that don't know, it's got 2 L's and 2 Z's.
Utah, give me 2.
That's right. And we're part of the RotoFanatic Podcast Network, which is right behind me. RotoFanatic.com has everything you need for all your fantasy baseball concerns. We cover weekly schedules, injuries galore, which we'll talk about in a second, and of course, closers. Mike Carter does a great job with bullpens. Every week he does closing remarks on Sunday evenings. You don't want Sunday mornings. You don't want to miss it. So make sure you are there. RotoFanatic.com. You want to win? You need the right info. We got you covered. I'm here to talk injuries. Christian Yelich, one day after coming off the IL, is back on the IL. He goes 2 for 4 against the Phillies, and now he's back on the IL. Back problem. Backs. Those of you out there got back issues. I've had them myself. A little too much chocolate, making my back feel not so great. I've been there. I understand the pain of lingering back issues. The ones that go down your legs, shooting pains, nerve pains. It's terrible. And whatever it is, they're calling it a lower back strain, but it seems like it's a little more complicated than that because a lower back strain could be annoying and it could put you on the 10-day IL. But to come right off the IL and go back on a day later seems like it's a little bit more than a back strain for Mr. Yelich. I am telling you now, you need to make a move. But the problem is you can't do it when he's at his lowest value. Right now, everyone knows he's hurt, so they're not going to trade for him unless you're willing to take, 60 cents off the dollar. That is not fair to you. You got to wait for him to come back, get healthy, hopefully show something, and as soon as he does, he will. He went 2 for 4 yesterday. He can play the game when he's healthy. He's a great player. But the steals could be gone for good, and I would definitely trade him as soon as we have a sign of rising momentum. Moving up the charts, positive returns on Yelich, make that move. But until then, you're kind of stuck. Unless for some reason there's someone out there who's willing to pay equal price now. Don't do it. You got to wait. Then guys like Nico Hoerner go on the IL right before the doubleheader today with the Cubs and the Dodgers. I pay attention. I have Nico Hoerner at a lot of teams. I love Nico Hoerner. I was so excited that he finally got called up after being delayed by the ridiculous rules that MLB and the MLBPA have with the CBA about, getting that extra year so you can keep him on the team leash one more year, just a little bit longer, and prevent them from really ascending to their true value. But Nico Hoerner was playing great. He was hitting doubles like a fiend. It was awesome. But now he's on the IL for a forearm issue, which I had heard nothing about. And I pay attention a lot. This is what I do. I'm doing a fantasy baseball show 3 times a week. I got a fantasy baseball website that I run. I'm into this stuff. And even I missed out on Nico Hoerner suddenly going to the IL for a forearm issue. My point is, those of you new to the channel, those of you who've been here, you know how we do things here. So I'm not going to retell it. But I will tell you this. You have to be more vigilant than you've ever been right now. The injuries are great. They're large. Dustin May, Jesus Luzardo, J.D. Davis, Luis Robert. It's just on and on and on right now. It feels like it's worse than ever. We still have to look at the data, though, to verify that. So I'm not going to make any conclusions without having the data. I never want to lie to you guys. I never want to make any exaggerations that aren't based in truth. So I'm going to look into it further. But we do know what we see before ourselves right here. We can tell who's injured, who's screwing our team, and who's leaving us in the lurch, right? So we'll keep an eye on this for you. And we're going to have 2 more shows this week, of course. We do the Wednesday show. We're going to have Eric Samulski on, and we're going to talk pitching with him. Eric works at Rotoballer. He also has his own website, ericsamulski.com. That's SAMULSKI. Me and Deary will talk with him on Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. Eastern, right here, live stream, where you can sub the channel. We'll talk more about all this stuff, injuries, replacements, runner-up fab bids, America's favorite new game we've been doing on the show since the start of the new season. Name that runner-up fab bid. We're doing that as well. And then on Friday, we're going to talk with Phil Govier, who's from rotofanatic.com. He's our prospect guru. This guy knows prospects. He does climbing the prospect rookie ladder. Whoop! How do you get up that ladder to number one? And that article is available right now. You can go check that out. He's got pitchers and hitters, 2 different lists. And we'll talk prospects with Phil on Friday. It's going to be a great week here. I'll keep trying to do more videos like this when I can, check in with you. But we always live stream every podcast. Sunday, Wednesday, Friday. 3 times a week. Remember, it's Palazzo Podcast, 2 L's, 2 Z's.
Utah, give me 2.
We thank you. Appreciate your time. And if you have any questions or comments, drop them right here below. I'm happy to respond. If you have concerns, you can DM me at MJ Govier, G-O-V as in Victor, I-E-R, on Twitter, or at Palazzo Podcast, 2 L's, 2 Z's, and we'll DM and respond to you
give me 2.
with the fantasy issues that are really troubling you. And right now, they are many and great. So we're here to help. We'd like to have a good time. That's it. So I'll catch you guys on Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern time. Be there.